What is going on, guys? It is Josh here with Buckeye Bowhunter, and this is a pretty crazy video for me. Stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. Never thought I'd say this, but I am going to try my hand at saddle hunting this year. If you guys have watched any of my previous videos, or you followed me for the last few years, you know that I'm a super mobile hunter, but I hunt out of a Lone Wolf Custom Gear 0.5 most of the time. It's a tree stand, and for the past few years I've just really been into the idea of adding a saddle to my toolbox, right? I think it's super important, being successful as a hunter. I think a lot of that comes from being able to pivot and adapt to the areas you're hunting or the situation you're in. Being able to, have a saddle and hunt with a saddle and get good at hunting with a saddle, I think is just a tool in the toolbox, right? I'm not going to be I'm only going to hunt saddles from this point on. I don't think so. Maybe I'll end up loving it so much I do, but there's a place for everything, right? I think there's a place for a mobile tree stand. There's a place for a saddle. There's a place for a box blind, and there's a place for digging a hole in the ground if it's legal. Like I said, I've had it kind of just in the back of my head for the last couple years. Maybe you should try it. Maybe you should get into it. And this year, I think I'm going to take the plunge. Well, it's too late. I bought it. So with that said, a little bit of background. First off, sorry, I filmed all this already. I already did the unboxing of everything. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm opening again for the first time. I've already seen all this stuff. It's all super awesome, very high quality stuff. But a little background on my saddle decision. I went to a couple stores, tried on a Latitude. I tried on a Tethered. I ended up going with a Cruiser. And let me tell you why. So I tried those two brands on at the store, and I really had my heart set on a Latitude for a little while because it had a couple different things that I think kind of made it stand out to me. It had removable leg straps, which I really liked, and it just seemed like a really simple, like minimalist design, like no mess, no fuss, you know what I mean? But I wasn't able to actually sit in one. I was able to hold one, try it on, wasn't able to sit in it. Same with the Tethered. I tried the Tethered on. It was a Phantom. Really liked it. Beautifully made. Same with the Latitude. But I wasn't able to sit in it. The Cruiser, I actually sat in one of these back in January at the Ohio Deer and Turkey Expo. And I sat in it for about 10-15 minutes while I talked to the guy running the booth, the owner there. I just kept replaying while I'm trying to decide what to buy, which brand to buy, how comfortable I thought this was. And in all my research, that's what everyone says. Comfort is the #1 thing. And sometimes, one might be comfortable for one person, it's not comfortable for another person. So I just kept thinking, I know that one was comfortable. I was sitting in it. It was awesome. Just go with the Cruiser. So that's what I did. Pulled the trigger and I bought the Cruiser XC. I bought the size 2. I'm a big boy, got a size 36 waist. Damn, boy, he's thick! Hopefully it fits me well. Like I said, I already opened it, but we'll go through what comes in the box. Got my invoice here. The Cruiser after tax was $276. About right on point with all the other saddles I was looking at. They're all about the same price. It also comes with this important safety information, so I'm gonna make sure I read this before I actually use the product. Make sure you guys read all safety information regarding all this stuff. Even though I've been around it, I've heard about it, I think I know how to use one of these. Still, don't be a know-it-all. Read the instructions, be safe. So, let's get rid of this box. So in the bag, a lot of these companies are getting the picture. Just put stickers in the bags, guys. I spend $300, $400, $500 on a piece of equipment, a product. Give me a sticker. It makes it so nice. I got a sticker to put on my mug. I love stickers. Keep doing stickers, guys. Good job, Cruiser. Good job. Let's pull this baby out of here. Comes in a little plastic bag. This thing is beefy. I will say this, it is just so well built. The stitching, the mesh, everything is just quality. The thing just screams quality to me. Everything is just beefed up, extra stitching, thick material. The bridge is an adjustable steel bridge, which is kind of the industry standard, I believe, nowadays. It's got these 2 lineman's loops, which I think it's a nice touch that they put like a red-orange on the inside of them to help you find them in low light, you know, in the dark if you're climbing up a tree. Pretty cool little detail. The other thing that really stands out to me is the buckles on the waist belt. Really simple to use buckles. They are made of metal, so there is a little bit of a potential for noise there. Nothing a few stealth strips couldn't fix. Same with the leg straps. These are made of metal as well. They're pretty small. I can't see them really creating too much noise. You could probably throw some stealth strips on those as well if you were super worried about it. The one thing I will say, the Latitude, like I said, the leg straps were removable, and that was interesting to me for walking in and out to my stand. These are not removable, but from what I've heard, a lot of guys will just put it on with them connected without going through their legs and just kind of hanging at their sides. If it bothers you, you know, I get tired of replacing pants because they're worn out in the crotch area from walking in and out of stands with, you know, your harness on. So besides that, like I said, the mesh is super heavy duty, super quality. The belt has 2 strips of MOLLE. One is bigger and one is smaller to, you know, allow you to put different attachments, whatever, fit different size attachments on it, which is a pretty cool option, I think. But the big selling point for the Cruiser XC is the butt panel, and it is pleated. This pleat here, you know, it looks like a single panel saddle, acts like a single panel saddle. Simple design, you know, not a lot of mess, not a lot of fuss. You get up in the tree, you're sitting for a couple hours, your butt starts getting tired, it expands. Would you look at that? It gives you an extra, you know, 5 or 6 inches of comfort there. So that, you know, the bigger that surface area is, the more comfortable, the more weight is going to be spread across it, the more comfortable it's going to be. So that's a pretty cool feature right there. And then it just, you know, pops right back into place super quickly and easily. For them long sits, this could be an option where you pop this thing open and it's like sitting in a hammock. And I know when I was wearing it, I'll show some videos right now of me wearing it and playing around with it. Pretty sweet deal. The other thing to mention is it's made in the USA. So that's pretty cool. You don't see that a lot anymore. Hopefully it works out for me. I will definitely do a review on this thing at some point in the future after I've used it enough. Right now, these are just my initial thoughts, my second initial thoughts, because I already opened it. But on to the next thing. All right, so I also picked up a package from Eastern Woods Outdoors. Got a couple things. First thing, I got these Kydex MOLLE J hooks. So doing a lot of research, a lot of guys use these. They hook around your saddle and kind of end up acting as like hooks that you can hang things from, your sticks, your platform, anything you're carrying up the tree with you while you're trying to hang. So I got a 4-pack of those. These are super cheap. $12.99 for 4 of those. So those could come in handy, pretty cheap. We'll see how those work. And next I got a sticker. Awesome. Good job, Eastern Woods Outdoors. Stickers, just put them in the boxes, guys. Just put them in the boxes. I also picked up these knee pads from Eastern Woods Outdoors. So I did a lot of research. You know, these are just to kind of make it more comfortable when you're leaning or sitting and your knees are up against the tree. You know, I don't know how much better, like I know Tethered makes some knee pads. They were like $70. It just seemed really expensive for a pair of knee pads that, you know, I may not even end up using very much. So I picked up these from Eastern Woods Outdoors. They were $35, which is half the price. So hopefully these work out. I will keep you guys posted. They seem super comfortable. I like the color. It's nice, like, you know, army green. Pretty thick. They're made of like a real kind of grippy, sort of foamy material here, which probably isn't too comfortable on the bare skin, but with, you know, over top pants, I'm sure it grips pretty well. How do you guys use these? If you're a saddle hunter, do you guys wear these on your walk in? Do you guys wait till you get to your tree to attach these to your legs? Let me know. So I'll be interested in hearing what you guys say, but these look pretty good, pretty high quality. Eastern Woods Outdoors. All right, guys, and last but not least, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm opening the box. I already opened it. The stand or the platform in here is freaking sweet. So with that said, I'm sure you guys will recognize the name on this box. I picked up the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Fix. Supposedly, you know, I'm not a saddle hunter, never hunted off a platform, but supposedly they fixed all the problems with the previous model and integrated them into this new model, and everybody's really happy with it. So I figured I already have a set of Lone Wolf Custom Gear Minis. Makes a lot of sense to just stick with Lone Wolf because everything integrates with each other so well. The Minis will fit and pack with this stand just as well as they do the 0.5, and I don't have to buy another set of sticks, at least until I, you know, feel like this is definitely a viable option or an option that I fall in love with, and I want to have, you know, multiple setups that I can just grab and go. At this point, I think let's just see if I like it first before I invest in a new set of steps. What comes in the box here? I did not open this last time. We got a, God, these guys are doing good. Everybody's doing really good. Sticker with an American flag kind of color to it. That's pretty sweet. That'll go in the water bottle. I also got the good old Lone Wolf buckle strap. So that will be used to hook the platform to the tree. Now, I've heard a couple things about this platform. It also comes with a warning thing, tree stand safety guidelines, you know, fall arrest system is not included, and your responsibility to visit and read and all that stuff. So make sure if you guys are getting a tree stand, saddle, anything, you read all the warnings and the instructions on how to properly use it before you do, just to make sure you're safe. And with that said, let's get rid of this box here. Here she is. That is a pretty sweet looking stand. I will say I was pretty interested to see what the finish looks like, and that's the first thing I noticed on this platform. The 0.5 that I purchased that like I think the first year Lone Wolf Custom Gear started making stands. And the finish on it is a lot different. It feels different, it looks different. This is really nice. I mean, it's kind of grippy. It's got a real grippy feel, kind of a tacky feel almost, and just looks like more finished, I guess, if that makes sense. I think their water jet system or how they were cutting these platforms out was pretty rudimentary at the time, and they've definitely gotten way better at it. So I mean, it's just beautiful, honestly. The sticks that I have, the minis, integrate with this. It has the holes that accept the rubber grommets to attach the Lone Wolf Custom Gear mini sticks. It also has the holes to accept the standoffs from the double steps right here and here. So that's pretty cool if you got those. This V bracket here, this is supposed to be just wide enough to where they set in there just perfect. It's got holes to attach the Lone Wolf Custom Gear bow holder on here if you want. This platform's a little small for that, so I probably won't be going that route, but if you wanted to, you could. It also has these little dog ears here, I call them, for strapping things to the stand, strapping the sticks down if you don't have J-hooks. Be used for a whole number of different things. Pretty cool. The other thing I noticed that was kind of different, and this is stiff, I will say that, which is better than being loose, is the new Lone Wolf logo is actually water jetted into the stand, which is pretty neat. So I kind of like that. pretty cool looking stand. And I will say this, the grip that's cut into this too looks phenomenal. And that was what a lot of people were talking about, was how you're not gonna slip on this stand, which was pretty intriguing to me. A couple other features that stand out. It's got the same V-bracket that my 0.5 stand has. The teeth on the platform though seem awfully aggressive. I mean, they are some beefy teeth, which is pretty cool. I haven't done it yet, but I heard that this stand actually cams to the tree a little different, not like a regular tree stand that you have to like lift it up and then cam it or something. I haven't played with it, we'll see. But yeah, the teeth are pretty gnarly. The I-beam here has some grip on the back for your fingers. That's the other thing I noticed that's different from the original 0.5 is the Versa button here is a square Versa button that's kind of built into the I-beam, where the old stands had an actual Versa button that screwed into it and it was round. So not saying this is better or worse, just it's a thing. So the other thing, it's got this hook built into it, so I don't even need those Kyvex hooks. You can hang this right on the back of your saddle as you're climbing up the stand or climbing up the tree, so it's right there for you. It's got a hook built right into it. It does have one contact point, and that's right here when you close it, right here. I'll probably just throw some stealth strips on there and just take care of that. Be pretty simple. You can see how the profile of this stand is literally, I mean, it's so thin. There's nothing, and the back is almost completely flat. They did this on purpose, but to get like this, a lot of the saddle platforms that I was looking at, where the I-beam connects to the actual platform, there's a big lump or whatever, and it doesn't really sit flat, and it doesn't really pack down super flat, which can be kind of a pain in the butt if you're packing it in with you. They fixed that with this new leveling system. I'm interested to see how I like it over time and how it works out. It's just got this little knob here with a metal rod in here that kind of, you get it to the point you want it to stop, and when it hits the platform it doesn't go anywhere. So it seems like there's a pretty good amount of adjustability in it. If it gets gummed up with mud or dirt from using it a lot, is that gonna be annoying? I don't know. We'll see how it works out, but yeah, pretty freaking cool, guys. I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm super new to this, never saddle hunted. So if you guys have any tips or suggestions on anything, or you see me doing something or say something, you're like, that dude doesn't know what he's talking about, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys do. Like I said, any tips you got for me would be greatly appreciated. I know when I'm looking to go buy new gear, new equipment, I'm always, doing my research and looking around on YouTube to try and find as much as I can and see what they look like and everything. So hopefully this video, if you're interested in the fix, if you're interested in the Cruiser XC, if you're interested in any of the Eastern Woods Outdoors products I showed you today, hopefully this video scratched that itch for you. I'm just really excited to have a new kind of weapon or tool in my arsenal to be able to use. Like I said, being able to pivot and use whatever tactic is going to help you the best, I think, is what makes you a really good hunter. Getting stuck doing it a certain way is, in my opinion, the best way to become stagnant. And, learning how to saddle hunt, I think is a really good way for me to try to become a better hunter, right? Adding something to my bag of tricks. I'm not sure how I'm gonna pack all this stuff up. I have the Lone Wolf Custom Gear Wolf Pack that you can see here behind me. We'll see how that integrates with this. That was the one thing I noticed that Lone Wolf Custom Gear didn't give me, was backpack straps with this. I figured they would come with them, but it didn't. So I'll probably have to purchase a set of those if that's the route I plan on going. We'll see. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. As long as you guys are subscribing and following and hitting that like button, I'm gonna keep making these videos because I do enjoy it, and I really enjoy the heck out of making them for you guys. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully you like it. Like I said, hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. With that said, thank you guys, be safe, and we'll see you on the next one.